Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Does anyone hear me? Do you hear me? I think we're good. I think it's sounding. The sound is sounding and everything. I should get these kind of headphones with um, some monitor sound thing. So I know, but I think I would get annoyed hearing myself talking with like a little bit of uh, lagging. Soothing background sound. Oh yeah, I would probably get more relaxed with the sound also. Hello, hello. Hiya, hello. So today we're not doing anything special. I think this is, or I mean, it's always special, but I don't have like a mission like I've had the two previous times where it's been like, oh, you have 2 hours to make this whole illustration that needs to be ready because maybe it's not so fun. So today I'm just think we're gonna be just chilling and drawing a little bit. I don't really have any ideas, so if you have anything you want me to draw or something, or have any inspiration for me, you could just write it in the chat. Is it this way? Maybe it's this way. The chat is maybe there. So do that. Let's see what's saying. Tuning in from Neukölln. Cool. Yeah. Broadcasting from Neukölln. From Neukölln to Neukölln. Broadcasting. Wow, haven't said that word in a long time. Anyway, should we just do it? Let's just do it. Oh, did you see there? I kind of... So this is... looking this way and this way. But this is because when I look over to the computer and look at the chat, it's on this side and it looks kind of weird if I'm always looking this way. So, yeah. Pankov representing. Cool, Pankov. I've been there. It's nice. I like it. I like Pankov. Köpenick. Wow, a lot of Berliners. I guess if it's the Köpenick Berlin, you mean. But I know that is what you mean. Speaking of Köpenick, today I was on the subway and I saw I saw a guy there on the subway on the S-Bahn actually, and he had this interesting look. So maybe we can try to draw him a little bit. So let's see here. I have my brushes, my beautiful brushes. Chill liner sounds good for today. So he had kind of this, I don't know, like his forehead had this kind of shape. Let's see where I am here. Okay. And then he had, like underneath here, he had this kind of, almost like, you know, like a mushroom kind of face shape. But then the interesting part that I noticed, because I was sitting just, you know, opposite of him, was that he had this a very distinguished triangle going from like here down to here. So it was like this. Maybe it was not this high up actually, but maybe it was here somewhere, and it kind of was this. No, it was kind of up here actually, like just above his here, just like in the center of his. So he had eyes and he had glasses, and they were kind of this shape, like a widescreen TV shape, and they were quite thick, so his eyes were kind of big inside, and they were yellow tinted, which was interesting because they were so thick, so it was like quite nice. And so with this triangle, he kind of had his nose sort of baked in here, in this triangle, and then he had very thin to almost non-existing lips that was going kind of from here to here. So it was like this kind of look. And then, so the glasses, then the eyes was kind of like just filling out that whole widescreen TV. And as I said, they were quite thick, so the eyes were sort of, you know, quite pumping. That was maybe a bit too much. And then, yeah, so I would probably, you know, go around and do this in a bit. Then he had very short to balding hair, but he had a few, you know, sticking up here, and then like from here somewhere on both sides then was some hair coming like this. It looks a bit like Bernie Sanders. But the guy I saw didn't look so much like Bernie Sanders. But this is just what I can remember. And he had ears, which is something I don't usually do. But he had they were kind of like going. I mean, it's kind of norm. It's more nose height for the. But he had really long, kind of big ears like this. And then he had, yeah, he was kind of, it looked troubled, so he had like this line here, and then we have this kind of like this. And then he had a soccer kind of scarf, like very, like just immediately here, black and white. He was dressed in kind of black only. So he had this scarf, like a soccer scarf, and then he had this very German kind of wind jacket that I see a lot of men here in Germany wearing, from Jack Wolfskin. It's a really cool brand name, I think. Jack Wolfskin. It feels like a it fits like a dad jacket, sort of. And he was wearing this, but it was extremely big on him, like very big. Guy quite small, you know, but he had his sleeves. They were like this, you know. So maybe I won't fit everything in this drawing. So let's just make a baby. But when he was getting off the train, you could see that his jacket was like. I mean, it was not. It was just long. Maybe he had really short arms or something, but they were like, you know, like almost like this. Then it has this kind of bit of a collar. There's a logo there. Maybe it had a bit of. Did it have a hoodie? Did it have a hood? I don't know. But let's just say this, and then the scarf underneath here, and you know, a little bit longer. And yeah, you couldn't see his hands, so this was basically how he looked. And then he had like legs coming down here, something like this. Jack Wolfskin. Oh, of course, he also had a backpack, like most Germans do. So he had a backpack, but not on his back, just carrying in it here. You know, something like this. But maybe we should just clean up his face here a bit. I just wanted to try to draw this guy a bit. I don't know if it's interesting or fun, but I really wanted to see if I could do this guy. So we had kind of this kind of nose. Kind of. Yeah, maybe more like this. And then he had these lines coming down, like this triangle I was talking about. And these kind of, you know, this bag. And the mouth was very... sort of, maybe it was a bit higher actually. Yeah, more grumpy like this. Then a tiny bit of a cheek there, not much. And then let's make a new layer here for the glasses. How does this work again? Is it like this? Yeah. So if you don't know this, you can kind of draw the basic shape and hold the pen in Procreate, and then it kind of creates this rectangle or ellipse, circle, or something I call polyline, so that is like... But this could be pretty helpful when you do stuff like this. Yeah, it's kind of like this. And then I made it on a new layer, so I can just duplicate it. And then I have this... No, okay. Where did it go? Yeah, it's next to it. Slide it over, flip it. Yeah, and then I can just use these as guidelines for the... something like that. Oh. Then I guess they had some connection, which is pretty common for glasses. Oh no. Oh yeah, I thought I drew this on a separate layer. So let's just go with this, who cares? And then he had this, as I said, this kind of worrying. This was kind of where the triangle I was talking about earlier, where it kind of met. Let's see, you're writing here something in the chat. Why does your brush size slider have lines? Good question. So you're talking about these. And what you can do, if you chose a brush and you use a special thickness that you like, or size of the brush that you like often, what you can do is that you can just choose this. So I have chosen this because I like this size. There's this because I like this size, and I have this for this size. So it's kind of, I think you can only have 4 presets, but if I tap here, I have the size 1%, but I can do this minus there. So then I have 1 extra. So say I want this 65%. Then I just tap it, and then I take the plus sign, and it makes a line there. So then I have that saved. So I can just fast go like this, but then I want the thick one So I don't have to always, like, sometimes I just do this and I like the size and I want to use it throughout the drawing, and then I don't remember, like, oh, how big was it now? And then, you know, you have this and you like try to compare, like, no, it's not really it. So that's what that is. It's quite handy. It's like having a lot of liner pens, but in different size, laying around. No worries. All right, and then he had like this kind of really worried. Maybe he wasn't so worried. He just had some lines. That's normal also. Something like this, and then the eyes. He had very blue eyes, actually. But I'm not gonna do that now. Then we have the ears. Let's maybe do some hair. Coming down here. Maybe I was exaggerating a little bit the ears before. Maybe something like this. I mean, of course I'm exaggerating the ears, but this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Now we have the top of the head. Was very kind of empty, free range. It had room. Or something. Kind of looks a lot like Bernie, but Bernie is more. Kind of looks like this the image from the inauguration when he's sitting there with his mittens. This is kind of the energy this guy was on the train today was giving. And since I'm just kind of sketching here and having some fun, chill, taking it easy, I'm not worrying too much about, you know, how it's looking. What's it called? I usually do this and then I see, oh yeah, I can see that it's kind of leaning towards this side a bit more. But also sometimes heads do this, but yeah, so I don't really care at this point on this, because this is more like just sketching, having fun. So let's see how it looks without this. Yeah, this is actually more with the. This is actually kind of more how he was looking. Can also get rid of these supportive glasses things. Oh, nice. I'm actually a bit surprised. This is sort of how he was looking. And then he had this jacket, kind of. How would it be? Like, you know, classic wind jacket collar type of thing. Just sort of straight up and then zip together here. I don't know if this is how it looks actually. No, it was more. I really want to get in this kind of soccer scarf. Because it was very much happening there. Yeah, whatever. By the way, you can also do this with the eraser. You can save different sizes. But I kind of just like to be free falling. And since you can choose any brush as a eraser, I usually use the default airbrushing brush, and I use the hard airbrush with full opacity. So it's a little bit soft, but kind of hard. But you know, you can just like soften it up a bit if you don't push quite as hard. So yeah, I kind of like that. And then the Jack Wolfskin jacket. The gigantic long sleeves. Yeah, maybe we do the whole thing properly. Daddy Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex dad, you're my Gore-Tex dad. And then some kind of backpack. I'm just gonna freestyle this, I don't know. Just loosely do some sort of backpack. Nothing fancy. And then of course this thing went up into nothing. Then I guess the kind of shoulder, what's it called? The thing went behind there somehow. Zipper, little pocket, whatever. Black pants, just straight. Like if someone says pants, that's what he was wearing. I mean, it depends a bit on. Now the Jack Wolfskin logo. I don't know, let's just put some made up thing here. I don't know. Yeah, that's the no. Yeah, that's the logo. Yeah, sort of how he looked. But of course he had the jackets. Let's just do something like this. Yeah. Oh yeah. I usually have like this. Some sort of thing to tighten around the arm cuffs. But of course he didn't have them tightened at all. That looked a bit weird. Let's just do this. Or never mind that detail, just make it even more basic. Yeah. But yeah, this is kind of how he looked. The guy on the train. If you're watching this, say hi. Maybe I can send you this drawing if you want it. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to try. Maybe we delete this. Hide that. Hide it for now. Alright, let's just do some other chill stuff. If you have any suggestions, just pop them in the chat and I'll see what I can do. I had another kind of vision today when I was on the train. And I get this sometimes. I'm not so good at, thinking about like, what can I draw? I want to draw something like this. It's usually just something that kind of pops up in my head and I can't really I have to try to draw it to see it. I cannot kind of visualize it. I have this aphantasia, or what it's called. So I can't even think about a circle and see it like in my mind at all. I cannot see a circle. It's just gray. So, but I got this kind of vision, and then it can just flash like this, but I cannot get it back. So, or maybe I saw something else somewhere, and then I can kind of manipulate it a little bit in front of me. But I was thinking about this, and now this is just super ridiculous, nothing at all, but it was kind of like an arm, like this, and then it was growing out, carrots was growing out, and then I don't know, I think like the carrots, it's a bit dark here, but underneath here, oh yeah, this camera is kind of following my face automatically. They were sticking out a bit here, so the skin was kind of stretching, so I don't know if you think this is a bit gross. If you think so, then maybe look away for a little bit. If you're intrigued, please focus now. So I kind of, saw in front of me kind of this arm holding like this. Two space fish on a date. Yeah, maybe we can try draw that in a bit. But first we need to try this carrot arm drawing. And yeah, I'm just sketching it up a bit loose. I can move this a bit closer. Distort. Yeah, like this. And then the carrots. Usually they don't stick up so much, so maybe just a little bit, you know. But then they can also be bursting out because they are so ready to get harvested. I think we do something like this, and then sort of the skin go down a bit like this from the arm, kind of poking down like this a bit. And then of course the kind of salady parts. Oh, this is a pretty cool drawing, I guess. So that's that arm. Maybe it's clearer if we have like a thumb there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then I think we do this sort of something like this. So it's like the earth, the soil kind of, but the soil is the skin. Somehow. So something like this. And then how does the green stuff look? I think it's doesn't it look a bit like parsley on long strands? Maybe we don't have to do it, so let's just kind of do this basic things like this. Yeah, that looks like something is coming up. Then we'll probably add something, oops. Add a few lines behind here. Maybe something like this. Yeah. Gonna make this slide over a bit. This could maybe be some cool, you know, logo or sign or something for a bio shop or whatever it's called here in Germany. It's called bio, but I don't know what it's called in Echo, I think they say in other places. And maybe it's bio. Is it bio? Doesn't matter. And then I think I'm gonna make a separate layer for this arm. Coming like here. It's too far down. I just wanted to kind of just touch here. Yeah, maybe something like that. Then we have the thumb back here. Something like this. Maybe it's cool if the hand is kind of pointing. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. I don't know about the little finger. How is it? Oh yeah. It's a bit like this. Maybe it's better this one is just come on, how does it look? It's like that, but I don't have cartoon hands. So usually it's hard to kind of translate it. Let's say it would be like this. I don't like it. Then let's just have it hang down a bit like that, like we had it. Okay, that's cool. Alright, that's okay. Alright. And then we have this, the rest of the hand, arm. And I think I would pull this whole line in one, and then add these the skin kind of pull. Now, after something like this. And then sort of, you know, erase a bit like that, so it's kind of, you know. Then also erase here for the carrots. Come like this. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of what I saw. It's sort of what I had in mind, but for the balance, I would probably make this go down a bit. More like the first one. Make them look kind of similar, actually, in stretch. Yeah. Then I would probably go in a bit with the eraser and just round off this lines a bit. I don't know why I'm saying I would probably, because I'm doing it. Yeah. This looks quite weird. I did save this on a separate layer. So maybe I would move it up a bit. Erase these. Let's see what we have. Made these small lines here earlier. Take them away. Because now they're overlapping. And this arm. The whole arm should probably come up like this, and then I want from here, I want it to be more straight. That works. We'll redo this skin stretch from this carrots. Yeah, usually I think they're a bit sharper, but okay, get rid of the sketch layer. Move that one down a bit, and now just flap them together. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but let's see if we can do something about the salad top here. Yeah, I don't remember how it looks. Kind of, I guess it has like some leaves. I feel a bit. Let me just look on my phone real quick. I have a lot of stored carrot pictures. Carrots. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was actually a toy. This is very bushy kind of. Kind of bushy up there. Maybe I just do some, you know, very simple. bushy carrot hair. That's gonna look ugly. This is gonna be too detailed. Wow, didn't think it was gonna be such a problem. So this is the thing, when you can't kind of see it in front of you, then you stumble upon these problems and you have to solve them on the fly. But maybe it can just be very abstract, and maybe it doesn't have to have lines. Actually, maybe it can be color. So maybe we do some just do some you know, something like this. Just fill this in, drag and drop these. Yeah, I guess that looks okay. What's this layer? It's empty, okay. Let's put some color. Need a carrot color, and I have some orange colors laying around here, but it's usually a bit more this way. Let's do that. Get rid of this. This is very poppin'. I think I'm a bit colorblind, to be honest. Yeah. Just having a chill. So what color can the arm be? Maybe light blue towards the purple. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can always change this after. Don't be shy there in the chat. Doesn't have to be a question either. You can just go nuts in there. Vimmeldu did some kind of staring emoji with cute eyes. I don't remember when that was, but you for staring. All right. Flip it in. Pull it underneath. Yeah, its color is a bit weird. Let's change the hue. Yeah, maybe a bit more pink is nice. Or blue. Blue-green. A bit darker. It's a nice contrast to the carrots. I like a gray-blue. That makes the carrots pop. Yeah, I like that. And on this layer, maybe we do the kind of things, this hair things on the carrots. We can make the lines of them also green. Veter or Veter. Is it Veter because are you German? Veter. That's what they say in Germany. Yeah, it looks a bit zombie with the blue-gray. Yeah, maybe it looks a bit dead. Yeah, maybe it should be a bit more poppy. Sometimes I tend to be a bit meek, if that's a word, with the colors. Oh, now I'm on the wrong layer. No, I'm on the blue layer. Saturation. Oh yeah, it's getting saturated. Okay. Purple looks gross. Pink looks gross. It's tough. This is too much like the green. Blue, darker. Yeah, maybe this is better. Okay, let's do that. It's a Russian word for wind. Okay. Veter, then. Veter. Veter says, not shy, just mesmerized. By what? What are you mesmerized about? Oh yeah, what I did here was you can change the layer, or if you hold down this layer, if you like long hold and drop, it comes up this extra feature, so you can rename, select, blah blah blah. But here's something called alpha lock. I think I talked about this with at another point. That makes that you can kind of, it's like a clipping mask, but you don't do it on a separate layer, so you kind of just mess inside that layer. So maybe I just do that sometimes because it's easier, and that makes it so you can just do this. Oops. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, would you look at that? It's my alarm. Because it's 8 o'clock and I made this alarm because it's time to show this. I have this email address, so you can write. You can email me on cocoisdrawinginternetmail@gmail.com. You know, if you're on a bus somewhere and you are not going to be able to make it to the live or watch it live, or you know beforehand that, oh, Thursday I'm always playing ping pong, I wish I could just be there on the Coco's drawing live stream and ask all the stuff, but I can't, then you can always use this. Coco is drawing internetmail at gmail.com. So send an email. Could be about anything. Yeah. Gonna turn it off for now. So now we have this kind of thing here. Kind of a weird illustration. Maybe we add a little bit of shadows, or I mean, we can do this whole thing with the lines in the alpha, what is it called? Alpha lock. I do this sometimes and I kind of like it. Let's take this blue, make it a bit pretty dark. And not just dark, but also a bit more saturated, because it looks better, I think, for the lines. Let's see. Yeah, makes it look a bit softer, maybe a bit darker even. Yeah. I'm always kind of happy when I get these kind of visions, because I don't 99% of the time I don't remember my dreams, or it's like I don't dream. So when these are kind of just flashing up during the day, I kind of welcome it, and I'm quite grateful, even if they are a bit weird. But so are dreams, often, sometimes, I guess. So I like taking them. I like when they come. Yeah, and then we do the same with the carrots. Make this really dark, I think, so it's kind of not. Oops. Or maybe it's too dark. Make it more. Yeah, this color is probably probably better. Kind of looking forward to spring now. I want these carrots to kind of, or I don't know if it's spring carrots, maybe it's later in summer the carrots pop up, but kind of feel done with this this weather. Or not even the weather, it's the season. I'm done with the season. It was nice, thank you, but I'm done. Let's see. Mesmerized by all the gentle strokes, of course. Yeah, they are pretty gentle. I have a gentle hand, they say. Time to rehydrate. Alright, so we've done this with the lines. We should add some kind of texture to the carrots, just a little bit, just some kind of thing. I'm just gonna do this with the liner. Is this how it looks? No, usually not. They're kind of more Oof, that was a bad color. Oh yeah, more like this. Yeah, that's right. This is what I mean. I have to try this. I just see something in my head that I think, oh yeah, this is definitely how they look, and then it's like, whoa, 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 crazy. That's not how a carrot looks. Yeah, that works. And then we take a little a shading layer. This is very purple. Let's take a bit more to the blue and put it on multiply for now. Turn it down quite a lot, and we do the liner again. And I think we're just gonna just start here. It's quite a long thing. Let's do it. How does it go? Okay. Maybe the finger is a bit down underneath it. Something like this. And then a shading coming like this, maybe. This. And like this. Yeah, why not? And then we have the shadow from the arm. And since it's a bit round, I guess it will be like this, or is it like that? Probably like that. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter so much. Then I will make this go like this. Yep, okay. Now we're kind of connecting these underneath, so if I take away this, it's because I'm gonna fill this in with just like dragging and dropping this, so I kind of estimate kind of where, you know, so doing that underneath. I visualize how it looks underneath, even if I can't visualize. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now it's a moment of truth. Oh yeah. Okay, I made it. All right. I think it's too. Also the maybe it's not the multiply, darken, color burn I use sometimes for the shading layer. But you can also go around here and see what happens. Overlay works. Don't like this. Linear light. Nah. I mean, usually it's gonna be. I would put this luminosity for highlights, I think. So let's take color burn. Drag it up a bit. Then change the color of it a bit. Bit more to the blue. Yeah. So what I would do then, if I'm going to continue shading, which I'm going to do, and I have this purple color chosen here, I would go on this layer, color burn, I would pull it up, take it to normal, and then over here, this square, I would hold it down with my finger, then you get this color picker. So I have it saved there, and then we'll go back to color burn, and quite low. Okay. Because I think we need a little bit of shading around here. Now I don't want to do anything too crazy, but just something like that. Yeah. Then we maybe we duplicate this layer. We clear it. And put some shading on this carrot. On all the carrots, actually. I mean, I'm not the biggest kind of fan of shading on this kind of, or this kind of look necessarily, but looks a bit too clean to me, or something else. It looks a bit weird, but whatever. Then sometimes I use this Gaussian blur to kind of soften the edge a bit. But not too much. Then I rather pull it down a bit. I don't know, maybe I'm not feeling this at all. Maybe this is nicer. I think so. I think I like this better. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't have to be so blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. This is kind of what I had in mind when it popped up, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty cool tattoo also. Maybe. Yeah, I like it. So what do we have now? We have this. This we can delete. Just gonna group these. Group. Rename. Carrot. Arm. Yep. Carrot arm. Cool. And then we have this guy from the train. He's kind of sniffing the... Yeah. Maybe I should do some animation live stream sometime. I'm not the best at animating 2D, but and also it takes a lot of time. But can make some really simple animations here in Procreate. Sorry, I just changed my chewing gum. So remember this email also. You can send me emails. I will read every single one. I will even maybe print them out if it's not too many. And I will maybe read it here. I was kind of relieved today that I didn't have to like the two previous live streams I had. I don't know if you have watched them, but I print out some emails and I read them. And last week it was kind of a lot of text, and I never really liked reading in public, like you had to do in school and stuff. Probably because I didn't know I was dyslexic, so it was a bit weird, or I was very nervous. So, but it's good to practice, and I feel kind of safe doing it here on the internet. Anyway, what can we draw now? Someone said something, 2 space fish on a date. Fish is really hard to draw actually, but we can try. Just gonna get away this email. Let's do see if we can do a quick fish. What do we do on a date? I never really been on a date like that. I don't know what you do. I've been on dates that I didn't know were dates while I was on them. What do you do on a date? If anyone knows what you do on a date, you can please write that in the chat. And if you want to be anonymous, you can just make something up. If you don't want to be like, oh, I don't know, whatever you feel like. So here's a fish doing something. What kind of nose does a fish have? Maybe that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a clownfish. Is that something? Sounds like that's something that exists. Clownfish. Yeah, maybe we can have a clownfish. Nah. Oh yeah, no, you wrote here space fish. 2 space fish. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that can just be a free. I guess they didn't have some kind of space fish. So is it fish from space, or is it kind of earth fish out in space? Because space fish would probably look like some alien fish, alien form fish. Because this looks like earth fish to me. Earth fish in space. Okay. So then this is not too shabby of a start. I think maybe I would put the fin more here. Yeah. One is called Jess, the other is called Coco. Jess and Coco. Alright. Maybe something like this. I love this with drawing or sketching digitally, is that you can just like do this kind of stuff instead of having to redraw it, you know, trace, redraw 50 times on top of each other. The only thing that is a bit sad with that is that you kind of can't, when you do it on paper, it's nice that you have like kind of this, you can see the progress and you can go back, but I mean, you can always, I don't know. I mean, there is this function where you can click on the video up here and then just do the time-lapse replay, which is kind of handy. But anyway, so the Earthfish in space. So then it has some kind of space helmet, I guess. Maybe a bit smaller. Earth fish in space, but what are they doing on a date? this I need help with. Should it have a full space suit? I guess it would need a full. Sharing a line of spaghetti. Oh my lord, how do we put that in a... Then I guess it would be some kind of opening here. Like an air... like a chamber. Needs a chamber here. Or what is it called? Yeah, in between. So the spaghetti comes in here and then it goes through a little hole here that is super tight. Maybe it's not it. Let's just play with the thought. I don't think it would be possible, but maybe it doesn't matter so much. And then here, and then it will go down here. Yeah. Then I would maybe just, you know, duplicate this layer, flip it, and do something, just use this. To kind of know the sort of scale thing. Maybe it will be a bit more down here. A bit smaller, maybe a bit smaller fish. And then maybe it would be going. Can I do this? I know it looks a bit weird, but yeah, I guess I can just trace on top of here. Ish. Let's maybe sketch a bit on top here. Goes like that, maybe. This fin should probably be more like here. Let's go like this. Of course, this fin. It's more like that. Bye bye. Oops. I mean, it doesn't have to be too. Fish of the same species, I guess, but let's just do it now. Maybe. Maybe they should be a bit more, closer together. In a romantic. Maybe. Then it kind of looks like this fish is seen a bit more from above. Or it's kind of, you know, they're kind of... So then this mouth would probably be... more like that. The eye would be more down here, I guess. has one of this, whatever that is called. Fish beard. Maybe the they look quite awkward together. Maybe that's fine. Kind of even like this even more distant kind of. They're not connecting fully. Then this line here maybe should be a bit more. This chamber doesn't have to be as detailed in the drawing. Okay, let's maybe try this. Yeah. Let's change to the liner. And then I think I would start with the chamber. I'm actually gonna cheat a bit and use this function. Maybe I should try to pattern this spaghetti chamber astronaut helmet. I mean, you said, Paula, you said sharing a line of spaghetti in space, but I kind of came up with this solution. So I think the pattern belongs to me, but maybe we can share it. We can share the profits of the patent. Something like this. And we have the helmet line. Now this I don't really like so much about Procreate. So then it's just easier to make a new layer. Move it into place and erase the extra, the axis, the axis. I'm not gonna worry at all about how this is connected around the fish neck. Because I don't want to. That maybe. I'm sorry if I'm doing this. It's not coughing, it's just this kind of dry throat or whatever it is, but it's not dry throat, it's just, it's really cold here where I'm sitting. So I kind of, every time I get a bit of a catch a bit of a cold when I'm out here live streaming. It's a tough gig, but somebody has to do it. Then I'm gonna do something like this. Maybe more dramatic now. Yeah, more an awkward kind of thing there. I don't know, is this really how a fish looks? Maybe. Okay, same thing with this one. I think we're gonna do the chamber this way. Same thing with, with this. Chamber goes there. Something like that. Can't forget the little goatee, fish goatee. Like the more wide open eye. Wow, it doesn't really, like, this is not how a fish like an how do they look? Maybe they're a bit more sharp. Yeah, that makes more sense somehow. Wow, fish is really not my my strong suit. don't know, I'm not feeling this fish. Other one is better. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to go to the market tomorrow and see if I can look at the. They have like this fish. What's it called? A little car or a little truck, fish truck. Gonna go to the fish truck and really take a good look at a fish, because it seems like I need it. Okay, what do we have here now? Not too shabby, I guess. Let's put that spaghetti in there. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna do this. Because we have something called refraction, which makes, when the glass comes, it looks like a little bit like I did here. So this doesn't really start here. And also, actually, the head should maybe be a bit bigger, but we don't care too much about that. But at least we can do this. Sort of thing. That's some kind of refraction. I guess. That makes sense. Not 100%, but that's what we're gonna do. Go with. Liquify, expand. Yeah, you can do that. What I don't like when you mess around with this stuff is that it's become kind of very pixelated. So now it's still pretty crisp, but as soon as you start to mess around with that, like if I take this, you know, and I just, maybe it should be a bit more like this, and I put it down already, it kind of gets messy. You see? Maybe there's another way to do this, but you know, it starts to look like this. instead of this. Starts to break. And same thing with liquify, but we can play around. So we duplicate this layer just to be on the safe side. And we go here to liquify, expand. I don't know if this is what you meant. Maybe it should be. Yeah, it's kind of funny though. It's a bit like, you know, very trippy kind of glass thing going on. Because I guess if you would have this in Space Your Fish, it will also be full of water. The glass thing. So maybe it would be a bit weird like this. Then I guess you can come up here, turn down this. Let's just see if what I was saying was correct. No, it's not as crisp. But just for the sake of it, let's do that. And since it's what Paula requested, we're gonna let Paula decide a bit here. Yeah, I know yeah. It's a shame the line weight changes. I agree. But also you can do this and then we can just trace it again. So let's see. Yeah, I have this here. So we take this layer and we come in here with the eraser. Get rid of this. Like so. And like so. Then we just trace it. That works. Yeah, I think I like this better. Then we have also on a fish, it has scales, I have seen. So this, I would maybe use the chill liner since we're chilling today. Then I would just kind of roughly kind of do some sort of what's it called? was a gradient, but that's definitely not the name. It's called wow. I think you even have it here. Drawing guide. But what is a drawing guide called? No, this kind of sometimes just I drop words completely. Grid. Holy crap. Grid is what I was after. Not gradient. Grid. Make a little grid helper here. Sort of. To aid us in the scale drawing. Let's see, how does a scale? Did I make a new layer? Yeah. So let's I'm already not following this. It's also not the best. Forgot the word again. Grid. It's also not the best grid. Maybe I should do it double the size. And just in some places, maybe, just to kind of hint at scales. Sometimes that's enough when it comes to drawing. How does this look? I kind of buy it. It kind of works. Two space fish on a date. Sharing a line of spaghetti. Why not? It's like the, what is it called? Lady and the Tramp. Right? Is that the English? English name of it. I guess that's good. Then you have some sort of, what's it called? Gills. Just remembered. Yeah, let's put a gill. Or what? Where is that placed? Let's just do this. Who cares? That's it. That's how you do it. Alright, I guess that's it. For these two. Gotta delete that. What do we have here? Nothing in this layer. Let's delete these, pull these down. Yeah, there you go, Paula. There's your space fish on a date. Guess you could also put some stars here in the background to emphasize that. Maybe just some maybe a little planet somewhere. Kind of Saturn planet thing. Maybe. Just this one ring. Oh, maybe just this one. Maybe just this one planet here, and then some. Yep. I hope you're happy with the space fish. No. Cool. So this guy, the weird carrot arm. Okay, now I'm just gonna freestyle some stuff that I want to do. The right one. The right fish needs spaghetti in its mouth. Oh! You're completely right. Yum. Yummy. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Now I'm really just totally freestyling something here. I don't know. Like some kind of teenage troll, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Teenage troll. The little wart. More sad and angry, I think. Yeah. Does it, what does it wear? Maybe this kind of cloth thing with the rope tied around the no sleeves. Is kind of this hard cut off. But I did draw socks here. Maybe that's a good troll look. I don't know what I'm doing, but all right, let's clean this up. I also kind of like it rough like this, like very graphic and weird, but yeah, maybe we're gonna keep the lines a bit crappy on this one. Yeah. And the hair is really flowing. I'm not crazy about the hair. I'm gonna erase it. I think it's gonna be just a couple of hairs, kind of. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull in this trolley fingers. Maybe the thumb is behind there, so. That's quite a funny arm, I think. Put it a bit more this way. And then just gonna make some kind of rope. Rope kind of belt. Goes around like this. And then of course, maybe it's not so finely cut, the kind of cloth, but also this is might be a bit too maybe the leg should be a bit more up. Bit more exaggerated in the bend. Yeah. Not maybe too extreme of a upskirt situation. Oh yeah, but then I think it's kind of rough edge like this. And then the leg comes here. I think I wanted the same kind of thickness the whole way. Ish. Yeah. I assume it's something like this. Some kind of pulling in the fabric. There's a bit of a pull. Or something. Now we have the other arm. Coming more like this. The other side. Looking at, yeah, this is pretty nice. I guess I like this. Anyone left, or did everyone leave? Am I just solo? Which is also fine. I don't mind that. Okay, you're here. Okay, cool. Kind of hole for the, for the arm. I guess that is some kind of, maybe never mind that. Gonna copy this. Gonna get a size feel. Yeah, no, this would look different. This has the thumb there. Then the kind of thumb would be there. Something like, looks a bit weird. Let's do that for now. Oh yeah, trolls have ears, I guess. But what kind of ear? Maybe a tiny ear. It's quite nice if... Yeah, maybe something like this. And then maybe... maybe a thick ring in it. Yeah. And then we put the ring, okay. The hair goes behind the ear, of course. Naturally. Flap them down. New layer, and then we take... It's quite nice if it kind of touches the... Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I guess I'll take this way. Let's just do that. That looks fine. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm kind of past this state. I guess you can do this or something. Or tiny feet. No, it needs to be quite chunky. What kind of shoes do trolls have? Like a fucking... Clown shoe. Clown shoe. It doesn't make sense. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just go with this simple, basic, no funny stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling this troll character. Yeah, something like this. I did draw socks. Which I thought was quite funny. The shoes are a bit lacy. I can't decide if that's okay. I think that's okay. Let's add some kind of texture. Not necessarily hair, but some small bumps and stuff. Not too much in the face. I'm gonna keep that pretty clean. Maybe just something like this. Yeah. Maybe we make it grayscale. And then we can use a gradient map or something. I mean, it's also, I don't know. I like it how it is now also, but just with a shaky kind of lines. But it's always fun to see how it will look with some gray. Maybe we do this the fast way today. Yeah, let's make this let's make this the reference, and then underneath here we just pull these in. Fast and easy. Yeah, I missed here. there. Dark shoe, maybe? Maybe. Very light socks, I think is funny. And then need something for the rope. And some places here are a bit too hard to get in. Then I just used a pen as it is. Maybe I use the same gray for the mouth as in here. Then we need the earring, but I think this needs to be white. Whatever, I can do something else. The earring. Some mid gray. That's pretty sweet. All right, let's group these. Can you duplicate the group? Yes. And then we just make them into one. Come on now. One layer, and then we go to the gradient map, and now we have a look here. See if we find some. This is pretty cool. This is pretty not cool. I like this color combo. Maybe I would change the purple to the shoe and more brown on the, or let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the white shoes. So this is the kind of skin color. Oh, I see, I missed 2 fingers there. Well, what can you do? was that? Yeah. Thoughts? Any thoughts? I would just kind of use this as an initial sort of starting point. Yeah, maybe I like this a bit. Maybe a bit more. Yeah. The teen troll swag is on point. Sibeli. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I guess this kind of color starting point is let's say done. So we have this one here. What do we call it? Teen troll swag. So let's go continue. Also not bad. Kind of straight up. Great. Also cool, I think, just 2 colors. Blocking. Some of these are just a straight. Yeah, also not too bad. Also not too bad. Also not too bad. It's a hard decision. It's a tough one. It's kind of funny with these kind of acidy colors for a weird old troll, teen or teenager. Maybe we have to do a few different versions. Let's do this. First I'm gonna... No, I have it. Okay. This one we take. What about which one? Did I like this one? Oh, no, I don't remember which one it was. I think these are kind of the standard ones that come. I mean, the ones that have names. This one looks a bit too 80s. These other ones I've made, I think. kind of liked this one, I think. Was it this one? Not this one. Oh yeah, this one we liked. I liked. Getting a little bit tired here, I think. That's why I'm doing some mistakes. Open layer. Oh yeah, Teen Troll swag. It's the one I did. Maybe the one I like the least at this point. This one was pretty strange. Looks like some kind of skate brand. Skate brand color scheme. Which of course is not necessarily a bad thing. Kind of like these fresh colors on this one, like the yellow accent shoes. I think we took this one. Yeah, okay, this one we took. Yeah, let's go with this one also. Okay. Kind of love this one, especially with the pink eyes. I think I would go with a more gold kind of earring, just to make that kind of pop. Make it pop. Or not pop. Make it not pop. And also maybe the exact same color for this. Rope. Kind of. The rope belt. Yeah, I'm feeling this one. It's pretty cool. Maybe. Yeah, okay. This one. I'll take this green. Make it darker for inside here. Has anyone emailed yet? I'm just gonna put this here for a moment. If you haven't emailed, now is a good time to do that. need to sneeze. Oh, bless me. Thank me. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. Yeah. Maybe I still have this as reference. Can I? Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe this in the mouth. Then thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Yeah. And we do the same with the sock actually. Is that for this? That works. Cannot forget these fingers, and then maybe a silver earring. This belt. Maybe the belt stays. This can also be same as the lines, maybe. Nah, too much deep, much too thick. Okay, this one is good. This is just perfect, I think. Yeah, I kind of like them. I mean, you could come in and texture a bit on the skin and stuff. Make some texture. Make some textures. But yeah, I think it's pretty cute. Also a pretty good tattoo or any kind of graphic. Shading. Or maybe we can mess around a little bit with something. Can play around a bit. Let's try this. Flatten. Color burn. Drag it down quite a lot. Color burn. Or multiply. Maybe multiply and then put a gradient map on it. That is just purple. Don't I have a seriously? This color. Can't see anything. Okay, let's put it there. And then we take this layer. Then we take select. Then we go back to this layer. Then we take this and we pull some fingers down here. I don't know. I think I have my own kind of setting. But then we take cut and paste. Then we delete this one. Then we put this, multiply. I don't know. Did you follow what I did there, or I'm not really sure what I did myself here, but it kind of gives this sort of shady. You know, it adds something. Multiply, normal. Yeah, maybe there. And put this underneath the lines. Maybe drag it back a bit. Then maybe duplicate the lines. Take this blur, add maybe 7%, then take it, go down about 25. This also kind of make it look a bit. I don't know if you've seen when they make these old anime films, and they make these or any kind of animated films when they paint on the cells. Also Simpsons and all these older stuff. Before it was digital, it was hand painted, and it kind of had this shadow underneath it because it was painted. And I kind of like this look a bit. You can also do the same with the fill layer color. I think I like this a bit. It has to be really subtle though. Yeah. I love that technique. That glassy vibe. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It looks cool for certain stuff. Oops. Yeah, maybe this is kind of why I did it on this, because it has this kind of the Simpsons weird color scheme, also with the yellow skin. Also the room here behind me is kind of going in this. Oh yeah, with this glassy line stuff you can also duplicate that and put it underneath the color layer. Maybe dial it down even a bit more. Can't decide about this shading thing, if it's good or... Makes it a bit more dirty. I like it, I think. All right. Yeah, these are the clean lines. Clean lines. Oh yeah. Good AI. Good AI reading. So let's duplicate this and have it as a backup down here somewhere. Yeah, maybe something we could do with this shadow thing. If we duplicate it, take it, and then we do this as a noise here, then maybe we can make it a bit... becomes a bit white and white dots in there, but honestly I don't really understand these octave, billows, ridges. I don't see much difference. But let's say we take this one and we make the scale a bit bigger. And then we take it to multiply. Then the kind of white thing should go. It doesn't look very well, very good. Okay, it was an experiment. We were down here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, we're actually up in 3 hours, so maybe we should wrap it up. Yeah, I think so. Let's group these. Oh, what is this now? Oh yeah, okay, this one goes in here. Yeah. Then we have some different color variations there. We group those. We have this. Made this one with the different color options. Maybe I'll post some of these trolls later. Yeah, we have this the dating fish here. Space fish eating spaghetti. We have this weird carrot arm. We'll probably throw that one away. And oh yeah, the guy I saw on the train today. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. Yeah, I think we're gonna end with this one here. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, I'm not sure what I'm doing. So let's see then. Have a good night. Bye.